back to Inside Golf. It's time for your city update. So, of course, we have Mayor Farbridge with us. Great to see you, and thanks for being here.
Nice to see you again.
I think, do you want to start with the open house, or did you want to start with, what do you want to start with?
Well, I wanted to talk about National Public Works Week this week.
Okay.
So it's a great opportunity to recognize and thank the workers at the city that work in public works, because it tends to be work that's behind the scenes and doesn't get enough attention, I don't think.
Yes.
They also tend to be people that just want to come in and do their job and do it well and don't like the limelight. But this is an opportunity for us to look at what they do. So, I mean, the services that they do, they look after traffic control, so signs and traffic lights and crossing guards. They do all our road and sidewalk maintenance. They look after the parking facilities in the downtown and the farmers market. They maintain our entire fleet, so from buses to tractors that cut grass to trucks, everything they look after. Snow plowing, which is a big thing in the winter, and also the urban forest, so tree planting and the maintenance of our trees. So
all of this.
Yeah, so that's the area that they're responsible. So there's a lot going on in
How many,
area.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but how many people are in that? I knew it.
You put
A
me on
whole
the spot.
lot, yeah.
Yeah, but because we're a big city.
Yes.
And I've spent the last several months visiting these various areas, because they aren't in City Hall. They're out in the community, and they're places where they gather and where their equipment is out in the city as well. So I've been visiting the locations and meeting people and just finding out, what's going on. And I have to, if there's two things that really stand out, those three, the one that I told you about, that they really don't like the limelight, and two, they have such a real sense of pride in what they do. Nice. And just basically keeping the city running, that, and doing a good job at it. So in my visits, that's really come out, that sense of pride. Nice. And the other one is that they're just very practical people, and that practicality leads to they live the 3 R's of reduce and reuse and recycle and reinvent and creatively.
Right.
So I have a couple of things that I asked in terms of the things that they do around environmental sustainability. You might not necessarily connect it with that kind of service and department. So they recycle 100% of the wood that's generated from our tree trimming. So we either use the wood chips for city use, or it's given to the community. They recycle all the asphalt that's used in road repairs. They compost all the leaves that they pick up. They use brine on our roads. I don't know whether you've seen the roads they get brined with salt water, because it's a much more effective way of putting the salt on. So we use less salt, and so that's a conservation measure. LED lights that use 90% less electricity in our traffic lights. They reuse the sand that's collected when we sweep the streets and pick up the sand. That gets reused for road construction. They use a blended ethanol and biodiesel gas, and the fleet has 8 hybrid vehicles, electric vehicles, electric and gas vehicles.
Right.
But they also have a green fleet recognition as well. So they look really at efficiency and gas use and anti-idling and things like that. So I think those things really show that they live the 3 R's in the work that they do.
So when you went and visited, I mean, you would have known these things just being part of the city, but what you're talking to them about it, they really stand behind what they're doing. It's not just their job.
Yeah.
They really mean it.
Yeah, so it was just, I'm just there to listen and just see them, to meet people, and because they aren't people that tend to go through this City Hall downtown. They're out and about. So to meet them and just to hear, what are they experiencing on the streets? What are they seeing? They see a lot because they're out every day on the road. So they see a lot of changes. They see a lot of trends happening and things like that.
Oh, they would be able to give you great feedback.
Yeah.
So how can the public acknowledge them? Even though they don't want to be in the spotlight, we're putting them in the spotlight right now.
Well, we have an open house this Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. So that's at 50 Municipal Street. So it's great for kids. I heard from a mother that this was the talk of the playground, the opportunity to go see the big trucks. So they can explore the vehicles and the equipment. They can actually paint on a snow plow.
Oh, neat.
So they get to, on a blade, and there's a coloring contest. We're asking people to bring an item for the food bank to get a ride in a bucket truck.
Oh, perfect.
So, that's another opportunity. And there's also an opportunity to win a tree from the forestry division.
Oh,
So,
brilliant. The bucket
yeah.
truck being that, I always think of
Yeah,
it
it
as a
goes up.
cherry picker,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you get to, oh, that's
Yeah.
if you bring a food donation.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
what was the date, did you say?
It's a Saturday from
This
9 a.m. to
Saturday.
noon.
The
Yeah.
buzz, I was saying that gone are the days where I had to stand on the side of a construction site for 14 hours with my children to watch the big truck. So this is much better. You
Yeah.
don't have to watch the men at work. You can go here and
Yeah.
give some much needed kudos to the Public Works. We're going to put them in the spotlight.
Yes, yeah. There's two other
Yeah,
things that they've
please.
been doing lately, working with the community around graffiti. So, because they're responsible for taking down the graffiti, and that's an endless project, but they've been really working with community groups around that. And then another issue is beavers and beaver guards on trees. So we've been working with the community to put beaver guards on trees to protect trees along the river.
I think that's brilliant. Thank you. That's a lot. I didn't know that. All of that. Thank you very much. I hope
welcome.
everyone goes out and supports them. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
That wraps up our show. On tomorrow's show, we have your Adopt a Pet segment as well as your Guelph Police Services update. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here.